Frazzled, stressed, no time to think, or maybe you feel like you're running on empty. If these are the things you've thought recently, you're not alone. I hear this a lot from nonprofit CEOs. And along with this, I hear a great reluctance to do some of the self-care that might make some of these things lessened. And I'm not surprised because nonprofit CEOs are really focused on making sure the work gets done and that their staff is taken care of and their board's taken care of, and they figure they'll get to themselves later on. If this is you, you want to stay tuned because I'm going to tell you something counterintuitive about nonprofit CEO self-care and then give you a tool to help you set you on a plan so that you're less stressed, less frazzled, and find time to think. Hi again, I'm Karen Eber Davis, and I work with nonprofit executives to help them solve leadership challenges like boards and staff and fundraising shortfalls. And one of the things I've learned as we surmount these sticky situations and find ways to launch to new places is that when CEOs can do those things, they get better life balance and everything gets better because there's more perspective and thought before just automatically doing things. So the secret and counterintuitive piece I want to share with you is that self-care for the executive is best practice for leadership. It's not a nice extra. It's not something you should get around to. It really is modeling and showing your staff how to be a good leader, as well as taking care of your nonprofit's investment in you. So when it comes to this self-care I'm talking about, where do you even start when you're so crazy busy? I've created a tool to help you. It's called Will You Burn Out? And it's about enhancing your leadership and doing things that will help make your life more resilient and gritty. Here are 3 ideas that are on the quiz as your sneak preview. 1, professional development. This is looking at regular professional development. Why is this helpful? A, you get new information. B, you get a break. And C, you model to your staff that we're always learning and that being in the nonprofit is a learning expedition. This can be elaborate. Get on the airplane, go to the conference. Doing that, some of that's good in a year. But it also can be just a day you take off, stay in your jammies, read the articles that you've been trying to read, maybe even read a new book that you wanted to get to, or anything else that's on your list that you know would bring value to your nonprofit and to your work experience. The second thing is to know your price, know your number. And by this, I mean, what does it actually cost the nonprofit to pay you, including all your benefits, everything that they give for you, dividing that number by how many hours you approximately work a week. Knowing your number or the price of your service is a really handy tool to A, do 2 things. A, look at your tasks that are on your desk. Is it worth your doing them? Or could you get them off your desk and have a staff member do them, thus reducing the cost to the organization? As well as B, you have a number in mind. So when a board member says, hey, we love the newsletter, let's do it weekly, great idea. You can say, great, we can think about that. This is what it will approximately cost of my time. Is this worth the investment? So it's a really good balance when things feel like they're coming at you or when you let things come to you. And the third teaser from this quiz is labor reduction. Are you looking regularly to see if a job could be done quicker or shorter or with less hours, or does it need to be done at all? Best example of this, an orchestra had a New Year's Eve gala. I don't know how they ever got started on this, but they evaluated what was happening as a result of that gala, and they realized they were having a great party and they were serving their current donors, which could be done on another less stressful evening, as well as they weren't reaching new donors. So they dropped the gala and used that time for other important nonprofit tasks. So what should you do next? Download the tool, take the quiz, and then identify what kind of self-care you're going to make sure you get in the new year. And finally, probably most important to remember that self-care is a best practice of leadership. It protects you, it protects your organization and their investment in you. And furthermore, people who don't do self-care are often thinking about leaving the nonprofit where they serve, which is pricey and costly to the nonprofit and to your career.